Hello everyone and welcome to this full moon in Aries forecast. Before we start, I would like to let you know all the English speaking people who are watching me that because I had made a request, I'm going to start teaching some classes, online classes in English, and should you be interested in attending these courses, you can find the dates on our website, www.internationalschool.com. If you go there, there is a section diary, and then you find the courses taught in English language. So you can choose whether you are interested or not. Otherwise, you can also, because we are going to organize some English classes in next year, so we are gathering all our requests in order to put down our schedule. So you can contact the school office at secretary@internationalschool.com, and then Clara will send you all the information, and then welcome your course request, and then so we can see what we can teach, because especially in the new year I'm going to teach some classes to my Australian student and some Canadian students. So should you be interested, you're very welcome to know. This planet is waking up. We are all waking up to a new way of being, and it's very important to have something new way of thinking that can help us in that process. And we need to incarnate our inner self, or being of light, if we prefer, or higher self. It's just a label, doesn't really matter, but we really need to incarnate the light in our daily life. And the ancient teaching, the ancient wisdom system gave us clear indication of how we can do that, and then how the process happens. So it's time, the Aquarian age is really about bringing the old wisdom, bringing back. And as 𝗙𝗎𝗎𝗓 used to say, 𝗙𝗎𝗎𝗓, the founder of the Aura-Soma system, color care system, used to say, old wine in new bottles. So we are given, we do have this ancient teaching, and these need to be reinterpreted in order to be given out as a tool that can support each of us in the daily life, in order to fuse with the light that we are, and in a way we carry within. Even if we are it, we carry it. It's hidden within us. So that's the aim, and that's the process. That's also my support. So here we are with this full moon in Aries, which is also called the harvest moon. We've just gone through, entered the equinox, the autumn, after the 22nd of September. We had the beginning, autumn started, and then, which means in the northern part of the world, because I know some people are from Australia or Malaysia, and they are in the lower, other side of the world. So there is actually spring, but symbolically it's the autumn equinox, because energetically the northern hemisphere rules the world, because it's there that everything, let's say, started as in the sense of humanity, So the concept is that this autumn is ruled by Archangel Michael. Spring is ruled by Archangel Raphael, but even if we have the energy of Michael ruling, Archangel Raphael is supporting Michael in the healing process, because Raphael means God heals, in the process of supporting us in discriminating what we need to let go, and then what we need to keep, and then plant in our future. You know, harvest is a very important time of the year, and those of you who live or have or lived in the countryside know that when we have a harvest, we have the fruit, but at the same time we have the seed, because inside the fruit, we know, which is the symbolic, the fruit is the result of all the work, the hard work that we have done until now. We have the seed, you know, we inside the fruit, there is the seed, especially symbolically. Symbol of the harvest is the apple, because and which is also a very ancient initiatic symbol. And if we cut an apple horizontally, we can see the seeds inside, and that is really very important, because it reminds us of the process of discernment. So it's a time where we see the result of what we've done, but also we have to choose, you know, in English we say dividing the sheep from the goats, what we need to going to keep and plant again, and then what we need to let go of. And then going into autumn, symbolically, it means that we are going into the darkness of space, you know, because practically from the earth, from the point of view of the earth, the sun is gone in the lower part, in the lower part of the orbit. Practically is dark side, and then is there that is creating. It is in the darkness that we need to learn to be receptive to what we have to plant and what we have to let go. So Libra is energetically a sign of contemplation. It's not meditation, it's contemplation. And Libra is the only inanimate sign of the zodiac. You know, all the other zodiac signs are either animals or human beings, or half-half, like for example Sagittarius. But what it means is that Libra has to find something very important, which is the heart. The heart, you know, Libra is a green star sign, is associated to green, and green is the color of the heart chakra, green is the color of panoramic awareness, green is the color of the green traffic light, so means you are allowed to go. It's also the chakra that is if we consider the 7 chakra system, because there are many different chakra system, you know, the system that we know, we all know, the heart chakra is exactly in the middle. So what it means is actually mediating between the higher and the lower chakras. So as Libra is doing, Libra is the house of the biggest relationship ever, the inner relationship between the personality and the soul, so the inner marriage, but it is also the star sign associated to relationship like marriage, the inner marriage, and then also the marriage that we have in the world, you know, with a partner. So, but also talks about the mediation as a job, you know, those who have who were born in Libra, or who have the sun in the 7th house, have a big, they're very good at mediating, because they can see the 2 aspects of the self. And then it is in the heart that, anahata, that we meet, matter meets spirit, you know, because it is there where the two parts join, you know. Above that chakra, we don't have any other element, but in the throat chakra we have space, you know, ether is space. So the four elements are from the heart chakra down, so we manifest something. And then the heart chakra is associated to air. So you know, because when you are in love, you feel like flying, and it is in the heart chakra. Green is really about meeting your inner self, meeting the other, but actually you have to meet yourself first. And it's really the energy of this moon, this full moon, talks about the possibility, you know, it's going to happen on the 1st of October of the 10th month. In your Aura-Soma system is a green bottle, so another green energy moving through. And then one is about oneness, about wholeness. It is, in numerology, is the ray of ray 1, will and power, but this ray talks about the end, death of the first part and the new beginning. And in the first part we have of our, especially in a year, we have an ending and then we have a new beginning. So we can't put anything new into a space, because green is also the energy of space, if we don't clear that space first. And that's the point, that's a rule. So one is also the energy of Aries, because this moon is going to be in Aries. Is when we have a full moon, the full moon is exactly opposite the sun. When we have a new moon, the moon is in the same sign of the sun. And then Aries is about the I am, and then Libra is about we are, okay? But is also the sign, the affirmation related to Libra is I balance, because we need to balance the inner and the outer, which doesn't mean we have to compromise. Because normally the way we deal with it is about compromising our heart in relation to what we see in the outer aspect of in the outer life. But this is no more about compromising, it is about manifesting. And then Aries is about the head, Libra is about the heart, you know, finding the heart. And then normally what we do, I was talking the other day, I was teaching the Rainbow Bridge, and I was really talking about the green energy, and then I found this beautiful photo where the brain was shooting the heart. And this is normally what we do. We normally shoot our brain shoots our heart, telling our heart that we need to compromise, we can't speak out what we feel, we can't express ourselves. That's no longer true. The new energy is about sitting, because Libra is about contemplating, which is not meditation, which means sitting, creating a space to listen to the heartbeat, which means the voice coming, the input coming from above, and then from there acting. So the brain and the heart work together, and the heart is showing the brain what to do, and the brain is putting it into practice. Because bear in mind, the heart is associated to our right brain, while the brain, the left brain, is associated to the rational aspect. Normally, our rational aspect, the logic aspect, completely controls the heart. And then red, Aries is red. Red is about survival, is about frustration. Aries is about resentment, and then feeling survival issue. The heart is about space, is about synchronicity, which means listen to the inner heart and being able to be in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. So it is the heart that is going to listen to what we have to do and then putting that into practice, because the red of the moon is about mental focus, mental concentration, focusing on what we have to do after having listened to the heart. That is really the new way. And then this lunation really talks about the completion. The old has to die. The old way, the old idea we had about ourselves has to die, has come to an end. You know, our mind, we got the idea we had in our mind, our brain, have been kept as completely locked. It has put us in a sort of a jail where we can't move anymore. And then it's time to open up, come out and free ourselves from the old way of thinking, the old way of being, and moving into the new. Because the ruler of Aries is Mars. Mars is creating a square with Mars is here, and it's creating a square with this group of planets, Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter and 𝗙𝗡, which are creating a T-square with the Sun and the Moon. So Mars is really pushing an energy, making us feeling frustrated, resented, but actually is giving birth to something, is helping us giving birth to the new thing, because there is a tension. And as I was explaining before, also in the Italian video, what this group of planets, Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter and 𝗙𝗙, are talking about dissolving, disintegrating the old and pushing us towards the new. Jupiter and 𝗙𝗙, Jupiter is about the expansion, is the connection between the heart and the mind, and 𝗙𝗙 is illuminating the mind, is the goddess of wisdom, illuminating the mind so that Pluto, the subconscious, bringing things out of the subconscious, and also is the old self, and then Saturn dissolving, we no longer have to keep alive in our life. They are pushing our mind and our head, mind and heart, in order to break it, to have a huge breakthrough. So it is time for contemplation, listening, because this autumn time of the year is, especially this year, is a big new beginning. 2020 in English is, if we do the numerology of the word death, we have 20. But 20 in esoteric numerology also means gestation. So it is the capacity to open our mind and transcend ourselves, choose to take on, when we take the responsibility to be who we are, because we cannot handle the situation in the old way. We need to take the responsibility for what we truly feel and who we truly are. The South and the North Node are very important, because the South Node it is at 2255 Sagittarius, and it talks about a period of transition, because there is a new opportunity, opportunity of choosing in a different way. And the North Node in Gemini is telling us that if we are slowly fecundated by spirit, and then slowly we can integrate our personality and then really become one, become a whole. The Chiron is conjunct the moon, and Chiron is in Aries, and then when we have Chiron is the wounded healer, generally speaking, is known as the wounded healer. But Chiron is the healer. Chiron reminds us that we have to stop feeling powerless. And then it's really at a 7 degree, it is at 7 degrees Aries. It's telling us, change your attitude, really, and empower yourself. Have faith that the connection with your heart, which is actually your true self, the input that you receive from above, from the head into your heart, is going to create a new life for yourself. Because it's not just through making compromises that to our true inner self, that we can feel happy, that we can create the life that we want to be. Remember the love that you feel. Remember the love. Green is the heart energy, and actually that's what I wanted to say about Mike. Mike used to say that it is through the heart that the pink energy comes through. The pink energy normally sits in the area between the first and the second chakras, but also because it's the energy of procreation, but it also comes up through the heart, and that it is expressed through the heart. So that is a new beginning. It creates a new beginning. It is also bottled. The green pink bottle is new beginning for love. So if we allow that love for who we truly are to come through the heart, not love in the sense of fighting, but love in the sense of loving who you truly are in the heart. It's about self-love. Let go of the past, or blaming yourself, blaming others, because also the meridian, the Chinese meridian associated to Aries is the pericardium meridian. And the pericardium meridian is about learning to be fully grounded in the moment, act upon the energy that you feel in the moment. And when the heart meridian is not aligned, we have disorder in our heart. It influences our emotional and mental states. It gives it keeps us in a state of rigidity, inflexibility, refusing to bend, to change, to adjust. While the opposite, it is about relaxation. So we are really asked to start a new and positive relationship with our inner self. Otherwise, we become irritable, we become angry, we become frustrated, we become annoyed. In our, our skull. Our skull is not just one bone. It is made of 22, composed by 22 bones. 22 is the number of rebirth, new foundation. It is the number of the Fool in esoteric tarot. Fool means the one who's the person that is so connected to spirit that his head is full of spirit. So we need to be guided by spirit. So we need to be assertive, but not in a Martian way, in a sense of war, fighting for survival, but from the heart, after contemplation within the inner contemplation. So we need to become aware of the world around us, of what we are inside, and then self-actualize, define and assert our own path, what we want to be and who we want to be. And this is the energy, because the Aries is about I am. Who am I? My heart is heavy if I put myself down all the time. We betray ourselves all the time when we deny where our heart wants to go. And that's the key point. And we can only, if we join these two energies together, the heart and the mind, because we need to have the power, strength, energy, to keep focusing on the energy of the heart, we can create that quantum leap thing that is going to shift our consciousness. You know, we are made of atoms, and atoms can go through a quantum leap only if there is an energy that is strong enough to create that jump of the electron in or out, so from one orbit to another orbit within the atom. So it is very important. Quantum leap can happen only if we are focused. And then the energy of Uranus at this time, you know, the energy is very strong, because Uranus in Taurus is triggering, supporting, is trying Jupiter, so is supporting the energy of this coming together. Uranus was discovered during the French Revolution, so it is about changing the order, breaking pattern, and then that's why we feel so much pressure, because it wants to break the old way of being. And then we are in a month 10. 10 is about spirit born out of matter. We need to give birth to our spiritual nature, to our inner self, higher self, in matter. That's the big change that this year, and especially this full moon, is supporting. So I really suggest you to take some time by yourself to create space, green, you know, create the space to listen, and don't move until you listen, because the degree of the sun is about self-control and poise. Only if we stand still within and focus the new energy, there will be a new revelation, a new support, because a new revelation within, in order to move into the new. So bear in mind that planets say that it is a big probatory stage in the process of individuation, in the process of becoming, incarnating, embodying who we truly are. If we don't take that step, 10 is about the wheel of fortune. We will go back in the esoteric tarot, back into nature, going back into survival, going back into pattern of fear, and then we will, and also in the energy of karma, because 10 is also in esoteric tarot is the possibility of moving through out of karma, which means of repeating patterns, but also it also is about shifting from the old into the new, because green is a color of regeneration, healing, but we need to do it in a new way. Green is green traffic light for a new direction. So standing at the crossroad, two direction, how do you choose? Take a time while you're waiting for the green traffic light to contemplate and choose your heart. Choose what you really feel, not what you think. The past is gone. We can't behave as we used to do. So this is it. Wishing you all the best, and have a wonderful full moon in Aries. Bye bye.